Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. Tonight's nightcap, I do a little bit of machining on some plastic. I make a start machining a tool holder, a porting tool holder, and I do a modification to the ventilation system on the plasma cutter. On my first Friday off work from a new job, I was invited to have a look at an old engineering works. The engineering works is actually housed in an old powerhouse that belonged to a coal mine in Berkeley called Houston E-Pit. The pit closed in 1959, and since then it's been used basically as a light to heavy engineering workshop. Unfortunately, the gentleman that runs it all is retired, and the scrap men are actually in there now, basically destroying a lifetime's work, I suppose. It's a great shame. The machines aren't wanted by anybody. There's years and years of work left in them. I spent about an hour looking around the place. I could spend a week there. I do pick up one or two artifacts. I'll show them a little bit later on. The sound on the video is just the noises that were there as we recorded it. I was going to put a voiceover on, but I'm just going to leave it exactly the way it is. The picture at the front is the coal mine as it was before it was closed in 1959. I've got a nice little turning job to do. It's a alignment tool for the clutch on a tractor. Just a piece of bar with 3 diameters on. I'm going to use nylon to make it, just to save the waste on material, on steel or aluminium. It's only going to be used once, so it's really a throwaway type thing. It's got all the sizes on here, so we'll basically chuck this up and machine it. Nylon strange stuff to machine. You need very sharp tools, and you get horrible stringy swarf of it. Not something I like machining. I'm not sure what grade of nylon it is. It's the sort of nylon you get given, I suppose, because that's where it come from. I'm just going to square the end of the bar up and then put a centre in with it as well, because there's quite a lot to come off it. I've actually got the change wheels in the back of the lathe set up to screw cut imperial, and it makes a hell of a noise if I put the power feed on. So I think I will change them back to standard instead of having a transition gear in. Just makes it run a lot quieter. That's a transition gear that gives you the metric. It's a 40 tooth combined with a 63 tooth. The 2 gears I had to make, and I made that gear out of fibre, which means if you happen to crash the lathe, it'll strip that gear instead of stripping something a lot more expensive. Bastard! Didn't want that to happen. Clumsy twat. Right. Watch the little keys don't fall out, because that's what they like to do. The first down now, I want 1.6 taken off it. I think I will put a centre in. I'm looking Give it a bit of a good ploughing. All I'm doing is putting the dimensions into the vernier and then a direct reading under what I need to take off. So I want 15.5 off there. See how long I want it for. I'll just put a mark on 103 and I know where to stop. Hey, look at that. This is not going onto the lathe. The length of that spigot now. Right, that's it. Really nice finish on there for plastic. See, I'm not sure what sort of plastic it is, but it'll do its job for them. So that goes into the first motion shaft bearing on the end of the crankshaft, and you've got one plate on there and another plate on there. It's like a big tractor, 2-plate clutch. I've got a quick change tool holder here, very similar to the one I use but slightly smaller, and that's the actual holder itself. What I need to do is modify this parting blade holder, which would normally be clamped in a tool holder. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these 2 corners off and then mill a dovetail in there so it goes straight onto the tool block. This obviously stops a lot of the overhang. If you can have that in there, you get quite a lot of overhang. I'll be able to take some of that off as well and have it in as close as possible. You don't want overhang on any tool, especially parting tools. I have got a dovetail cutter. It's one of Randy Richards' cutters that he sent us. I've used it 2 or 3 times, it's very good. So the first thing to do is we'll machine these edges off here, and that'll give us some idea as to how hard or soft this one is. They're normally not too bad to machine. Now we'll machine the slot out of there and do the dovetail last. You only use a dovetail cutter to do the actual dovetail parts. I've done one of these before, so we shouldn't have any major problems with it. Just enough overhang from the vise to be able to machine it. I'll put a carbide cutter in, take that off, and at least, like I say, it's going to let us know how hard or soft the material is. They're normally not too bad. some water on this. Fighting chance. And we're cutting into the direction of rotation, which is conventional milling. And that's taking that off there quite nicely.
Do you know that you know all the grey water?
No, the lights, the camera can see more, we can see a lot more.
Visions have got in. I need to get back in touch with Pat because
I picked this indicator up. There was 2 or 3 of these actually tested. It's got a calibration date on there, 29/6/49. It's actually a comparator made by Boxford. Brand new, absolutely unused. One division is 1/10,000th of an inch. It's got 2 limits, 8 and adjust the limits. Quite a nice bit of kit. That'll be mounted onto a test stand, and then you have various parts put underneath to see that they were in spec. At least this one's been saved from whatever's going to happen to the rest of it. Like I say, I'm hoping to get back and see what else I can manage to salvage. Some writing on the box so you can make it out. Instructions there.